Hey guys, welcome to class. Today we're going to be doing lesson 1.5 on adding integers. So if you remember in a previous lesson, we talked about how integers are positive and negative whole numbers. And so you've already spent a lot of time, starting probably way back in first grade, adding positive integers if both numbers were positive. But now we're going to start exploring what if both of them are negative, or one is positive and one is negative, and how we add those. So to begin this, we're going to start using some number lines. Now, a number line is a really helpful tool for us to visualize what's happening when I'm adding. Obviously, we don't want to have to use a number line every time we add integers forever. That would be way too much work, but it's a good way for us to start, and then we'll eventually move away from it. So as I look at number 1, and I have -9 plus 11. So whatever the first number is, that's where I'm going to start at on my number line. And since I'm adding 11, whenever I'm adding a positive number, I'm always going to move to the right. So I'm going to move to the right 11 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you'll notice that I end here at 2. So I know that the answer to my question is 2. -9 plus 11 is positive 2. Let's try some more. Number 2. This time I'm starting at -2, but I'm adding, which normally means I move right, but I'm adding a negative. And so because it's the opposite, I have to move the opposite way. And so instead of moving to the right, I'm actually going to move to the left. Okay, so this time I'm moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots to the left, and I end up with -8. So again, if you add a positive, you move to the right. If you're adding a negative, because it's the opposite, you have to move the opposite way and actually move to the left. Let's try some more. Number 3, I'm going to start at 10, positive 10. And again, I'm adding a negative. So even though adding normally moves to the right, since it's a negative, it switches around, and I'm actually going to move to the left 7 spots, okay? And notice how I'm always putting an arrow at the top to show which direction I'm moving. When you do these problems, I want you to put that arrow to show which direction you're moving as well. And so I end up at +3. On number 4, I'm going to start at -5, and again, I'm adding a negative, and so I'm going to move to the left 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'll put that arrow to show which direction I'm moving, and I end up at -9. When I do number 5, I start at +5, and then I'm gonna, again, I'm adding a negative again here, so when I add a negative, I move left. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I end up at -2 for that one. All right, so right now you're going to pause the video, and I would like you to try to do number 6 through 10 on the number line, following exactly what we did, where you start at a number and move right or left, depending on if it's positive or negative, to figure out what the answer is. So try 6 through 10 right now. All right, so why don't you take just a moment right now and check your answers for number 6 through 10. What you should have noticed is on number 6, 7, and 9, you are moving to the left because you were adding a negative. And on number 8 and 10, you should have moved to the right because you were adding a positive number. Hopefully you also maybe noticed something on 7 and 10. Those were both kind of similar problems. We'll talk about that in just a minute. So check your answers to these. Now what I would like for you to do is I want you to look at all 10 problems. And what we're going to do is try to see if we notice any patterns. In other words, are there any rules that we could say that seem to be true about all these problems? Now again, we only have 10 problems here, but look at answers that came out positive. Look at answers that came out negative. Are there any observations that you have? So again, I'm going to ask you to pause the video right now, and I actually want you to talk to the person next to you for just a minute or two to see if you notice anything about these 10 problems. If you could figure out why is the answer positive, or when is the answer positive, when is the answer negative, and see if you can figure out any rules. All right, so hopefully you made some observations and noticed some different patterns. So now we're going to the next page and we're going to write down some rules that are true with adding integers, and hopefully some of these might match some observations that you made when you were talking. All right, so the first one is, let me actually back up and clarify that when we talk about signs, we're talking about whether something is positive or negative. So when we say same signs, that would either be that they are both positive or both negative. And when we say different signs, we mean one is positive and one is negative of the numbers that we're adding. All right, so one rule is that if they have the same sign, in other words, if they're both positive or both negative, then we can add the absolute values, meaning add the two numbers, how far they are from zero, and use the same sign or the common sign. In other words, when we add two positive numbers, and this is what you've done since kindergarten or first grade, like 8 plus 12, those are both positive, so we add 8 and 12, they're both positive, so my answer is going to stay positive. But when we look at the next example, you see we have two negative numbers, and so we have like -6 plus -4. And since they're both negative, they have the same sign, we're going to again add them. 6 plus 4 is 10. But since they're both negative, we go ahead and keep them negative. And again, if you look back at your number line, we had a couple like that where we were adding two negative numbers. So we started at a negative number and then we moved further to the left, meaning further away from 0. And so we ended up at a negative number again. All right, now if they're different, it's a little bit trickier. If they're different, then what we're doing is we've got to look at the absolute values. In other words, remember, absolute value is how far something is from 0. So let's actually, before we fill in the blanks, let's go ahead and look at an example. So I'm going to look here at this 5 plus -8 example. So we know that obviously 5 is bigger than -8. Any positive number is bigger than a negative number, but that's why we are saying that we're actually looking at their absolute values. In other words, which one of these is further from 0, 5 or -8? Hopefully you know -8 is further from 0. It has the larger absolute value. And so what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger one. So in this example of what we're looking at, we would do 8 minus 5, and that's 3. And then we use the sign of the number with the larger absolute value. In other words, whichever number is further from 0, the sign that that number has is the sign that we keep. So the -8 is further from 0. It's negative, so my answer is negative. If we look at the next example, and we have -11 and 13, we know that 13 is the one that's further from 0. So we would do 13 minus 11 is 2, but the 13 is further from 0. It's positive, so my answer would stay positive. So when they're different signs, we do end up actually subtracting, which is a little confusing because we're adding integers, but since one's positive and one's negative, we actually subtract, and then we have to think about which one's further from 0 to know what sign we keep. And again, if we go back to those number lines, hopefully it makes sense that whichever number is further from 0, whether it was positive or negative, that even when you add or subtract or add the other number, move right or left, you're never moving to the other side of the number line, okay? In other words, if I start at 10 and I add -7, I'm still gonna be on the positive side of the number line because the 10's further from 0. Whereas if I have -7 plus 4, even though I'm moving to the right, because the -7 is further from 0, I still stay on the negative side of the number line. So whichever one's further from 0, that's the sign we keep, and our number line helps us to see and think about that. All right, then the last one, I pointed out to you that like -2 plus 2 and -9 plus 9, those are, remember, called opposites. The same number, or two numbers that have the same absolute value but different signs, and the sum of a number and its opposite is always 0. So 7 and negative 7, that would be 0. All right, now let's put this into practice. All right, so you'll notice at the top here when I say questions to ask, basically every time you get to a problem that has positive and negative numbers that you're adding, you want to ask, do they have the same sign or different signs? And if they have the same sign, we add and keep the sign. If they have different sides, that's when we have to do subtraction and think about which one's further from 0. So let's put this into practice. Number 1. Same signs or different signs? Well, I see that they're both negative, so I know that they are the same sign. And if it helps you, you could even make a little note of that to help you as you're getting started. So since they are the same sign, again, I'm looking here up at my questions, I add like normal and keep the sign. So I'm gonna do 21 plus 46. Again, we're not using our calculator, so it might be helpful to line those up on some of these. And since they're both negative, my answer stays negative. Number 2, same signs or different signs? Well, they're both negative, so they are the same sign. So again, I'm gonna add these, 18 plus 53. And I think it's easier to just line them up like this to make sure I don't make a mistake. I get 71. They're both negative, so when I add two negative numbers, I always get a negative number. Number 3. Same signs or different signs? Well, these have different signs. One of them is positive and one of them is negative. So now I need to look and see, okay, which one's further from 0? And hopefully you can see that that negative 40 is further from 0. It has the larger absolute value. So I'm going to do 40 minus 23. I do need to borrow to solve this, so that gives me 17. And since the 40 is further from 0 and it's negative, my answer is negative. And obviously I hope this is obvious to you that 17 and negative 17 would be very different answers. So it does matter that you have the correct sign on your answer. All right, let's practice some more. Number 4, same signs or different signs? Well, these have different, one's positive, one's negative, so I need to look and see which one's further from 0. And the 19 is further from 0. So I'm going to do 19 minus 17. And this one you might not really need to show any work since that's pretty easy to know it's 2. The 19 is further from 0. It's positive, so my answer is positive. Let's try number 5. Same signs or different signs? Well, one's positive and one's negative, so they're different. I got to then figure out which one's further from 0. And in this case, it is the positive 35. So I'm going to do 35 minus 27, which does require me to do a little bit of borrowing here. And I get 8. And since the 35 is positive, my answer stays positive. Number 6, same signs or different signs? Again, these have different signs because one's positive and one's negative. And as I look, I see that the 29 is further from 0. So I'm going to do 29 minus 13. That gives me 16. Since the 29 is positive, it's further from 0. My answer stays positive as well. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to be adding 3 numbers. Okay, now remember when we do addition, the order actually doesn't matter. So you can add these in any order. I'll show you what I mean here in just a minute. And when we talk about same signs or different signs, we're just talking about a pair of numbers. So we have to be careful that we kind of just like group these into just 2 numbers at a time. All right, so as I look at number 7, if I want to work just from left to right, I could first focus on the negative 6 and the 7, okay? So I'm going to put parentheses around those just to kind of show that those are the first 2 that I'm going to focus on. And as I look at negative 6 and 7, I see that those have different signs. So I subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. The 7's further from 0 and it's positive, so my answer would be positive. And then I'm going to do 1 plus 8, and that should be easy to do because that's just 2 positive numbers. So the answer is 9. Now, let me show you another way you could do this. If we start right back at the beginning, again, because this is addition, you can add in any order. So you might look at this and see like, oh, I want to add the 7 and the 8 right away. Those are both positive, so that feels easy to add. And 7 plus 8 is 15. So now I have -6 plus 15, which is different signs. And again, so I got to figure out which one's further from 0. That's the 15. So I do 15 minus 6, which is 9. The 15's further from 0, it's positive, so my answer's positive. And so hopefully what you see is no matter which way you do it, you get the same answer, so you're welcome to do it whichever way you would like. All right, let's try number 8. So again, one option is I could just work from left to right, so -24 plus 17. Those have different signs, and so I'm going to subtract, and that gives me 7. The 24 is further from 0, it's negative, so my answer's negative. And then I would have -7 plus -3. Those have the same sign, so I add 7 and 3 and keep it negative. But again, I could do this a different way. Maybe as you look at this, you think like, I want to add those two negative numbers first. So -24 and -3 would give you -27, and then plus 17, now they have different signs, so I subtract, which is 10, but the 27's further from 0, it's negative, so my answer's negative. And again, what I want you to notice is you get the same answer either way. All right, why don't you pause the video for just a second and try number 9 on your own, and then in just a minute, I'll show you the answer. All right, so go ahead and check your answer. You should have gotten -1. And I showed you two different ways to do it. In the first way, I added the 12 and the -15 first, and then in the second way, I added the two positive numbers, the 12 and the 2 first. But you can see either way you do it, you get the same answer. Again, you only need to do it one way. I'm just trying to show you that multiple ways still should give you the same answer. All right, so that's all we got for today. Hopefully you have a better understanding of how to add positive and negative numbers. Have a good day.